to make intention. This words has inside a meaning of intention. So, and tayammum is the not first priority to purify. Not is not preference. So make it is validate. We need to do niyat. We need do niyats for purification, for salah, for purify ourselves. All this type of niyat is allowed. First condition that validate is intention. Its reality is to have a firm resolve in the heart upon the actions. And before starting actions, we must uh, do niyat in our hearts. It is not required to do to utter with words. If we in, intend with our hearts, it is permissible. Second condition is Second condition that permits tayammum is one must have valid reason for tayammum as being separated from water. Ah, the distance of mile. If one is a distance that is less than a mile, he must go for water. He must search water. He must wait for water. This absence is defined in split. Is this absence is split into two types. In simple words, absence are two types. Sometimes physical, sometimes meaning. Physically, it is we have no water, and legal absence is defined as follow: the water is available, so one has no ability to use because he may contract an illness by using the water, uh, or that one's illness will become aggravated or delayed. He is already sick. If he fear, if he use water, his illness will be healed after long times. Then it is permissible for him to do them. Another reason is fear from a predator or another man who is outside or preventing him to take water like this. Fear one's possession or trust like this. There are many reasons. Only some reason I have written here. We'll discuss all reason. Here. Other reasons include contracting an illness, fearing that it will aggravate one's condition or delay the recovery time, or cause fever or diarrhea, or it is so cold that one fear harm to life or limb, or that he will become seriously ill from use of water, or one fears an enemy which he may encounter in search of water. A person may fear for himself, for his good, or trust that he has in his possession. For all that type of reasons, he can make tayammum instead of wudu and using water. L- Listen, it is not valid reason for if one fears he will miss Friday prayer or the time of an obligatory prayer. Now, daily prayers, he became late. He fears if he does wudu, then time will be expired. Though this reason will not be considered regarded because daily prayer has qaza systems. If you if you do not find the time, you can do qada, but to delay such time, to extend that salah can be done qada, it is haram. But he can do wudu and perform qada. Okay, but the fearing of ending the daily prayer times, he cannot do tayammum and drive. Like this, if he fears the Friday times will be expired, or he cannot, for this reason, he cannot do tayammum because Friday has substitute, that is Zohor. If he misses Friday prayers, then he can perform Zohor in the place of Friday. Okay, understood? Uh, third reason, third condition that requires that is be from a pure earth substance. Pure earth substance, such as soil, stone, stone and sand, as well as gypsum, limestone, coal, clay, arsenic, all these things uh, we can use for tayammum. There is a very formula we can apply everything. Listen, everything that turns to ashes upon burning, everything that is made in fire cannot be used for tayammum. Meaning, it is not the part of soil. It is not uh, soil in reality. If he if it turns into ashes after burning, okay, everything that turns to ashes upon burning and everything that is made in fire cannot be used for tayammum. And anything else which does not turn uh, into ashes can do a tayammum with this. Or rubo. And the fourth stipulation is to completely wipe the part requires. Any whole hands and whole faces. Any hands with the elbow, okay, which is face and the hands up to the elbow. Mm. Where one must therefore remove his ring, interlace or rub between the fingers. Okay, uh, after completing, do like this. Rub between fingers and wipe the entire skin of his face, including the hair, with correct view. Here, with correct view. And fifth condition requires one to wipe with the entire hand or majority of it. And we need to, this majority of fingers is three. We need to use three fingers. Yeah, entire hands, yeah, three fingers. If someone use two fingers and repeat it, it's not valid. It's not valid. The fifth, the with the entire hand or the majority of it. It is not valid if a person wipes with only two fingers, even he does so repeatedly until the required area is covered. Mm. And sixth condition is that it must be with two strikes with the inside of palm over the soil. With two strikes. It is not allowed to one time he strike and he do masah with one hands and do masah wipe of hands with another hand palm. It's not permissible. Okay. Yeah, it must be with two strikes. The tayammum should be done with two strikes. Even if the two strikes are from the same places, it doesn't matter. Huh? Okay, it is valid reason. If the for one he has only one hand, uh, he can do masa with one hands. Oh, by this hand. He someone make him temo. Someone make him temo. And seven conditions stipulate that things that are incompatible with temo must discontinue before proceeding, such as these things. Okay. And say eight conditions that validates tayammum is to remove obstacle that prevent the weeping of the skin, such as wax or fatty grease, because one if one wipes with these things present on the body, then he will in actual fact be wiping the wax or fat, not the skins. And the wax and fat must be removed. And then every such things which prevent the soil to reach the body must be removed. Okay. This the eight condition must be fulfilled before starting tayammum. And there is some sunnah of tayammum and some fard in tayammum. Ruknu. And if the two pillar of tayammum is mashul yadain wal wajh, to wipe face and hands. The two fard in tayammum. Very easy. Sunanu Tayammum 7. The Sunnah of Tayammum are 7. Tasmiya, to say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim at the starts, and uh, and to perform the action in chronological order. First, to wipe faces and then wipe hand. It is Sunnah, because Allah Subhanahu wa Taala mentioned with this ordering. Famsahu bi ujuhikum. Wipe your faces, wa aydikum, then your hands. Wal mawalat. You need to perform the actions of tayammum successively without pausing between them. The Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam was asked about the process of wiping, and it is reported that he struck the ground with his palm, then raised them to his face, after which he struck the ground again, then wiped his arm, the inner part and outer part, until he touched his elbow with his hands, without dealing between two actions. Mm. Iqbalul yadain ba'da. When a person places his hands upon the earth, it is sunnah to rub them forward uh, and backward in the soil like this. Put. uh, Okay, to rub them forward and backward in the soil. After which he is to shake of his hands like this. So the extra soil uh, left on. Nafduhuma, this. And tafrijul asabi, when he strikes on the soil, his finger should be open. Like the tafrijul asabi. The finger are to be open and spread from one another. These are the seven sunnah of tayammum. It is recommended to delay tayammum when one expects uh, he will attain water before the end of prayer times. Oh, no. only face and hand. Uh, we will go in. Yeah, it means with which, what are the things that invalidate them? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Thanks. We are going. One may offer as many obligatory and voluntary prayer he desired with only one taimum. If someone, if one does not have water throughout the day, even throughout the day, he can perform five salah. No, no, no one times. If he perform tayammum in Zohar, until the Asr he does not find water, he can perform Asr with same tayammum. If he does not find such thing which invalid wudu, hadath, okay, washroom and toilet and etc. And everything which invalid wudu, it invalid tayammum. Correct? If he stay long for long times, he can perform all salah. Even he can stay from the Zohar to Isha, then he can perform. But it is required that he has no water to use. Okay, got it? Yeah. So it is superior to repeat tayammum in order to remove oneself from the view of Shafi'i Madhab. The better for as it is recommended for wudu to do wudu for every pair. It is recommended. It is mustahab like this, and even it is valid to perform wudu before entry of time. If someone want to go to mosque, okay, before the Zohar time starts, he has no water at that time. Still, he has no water till the Asr. So his tayammum is valid if he perform before the entry of time. Uh, if someone like this, Laukana, if the majority of half of the body is injured, he cannot use water. One it is permitted to perform tayammum. Okay, majority of half body or half body is injured. Instead of wudu, he can perform tayammum. If the majority of his body parts is sahih, is sound, but some places and the place of wudu is injured, then he will he will clean with the water, will do with water the sound places, and in the injured place, he will wipe with wet hands. Okay. If the majority of the body is sound, then one is to wash the unharmed area and wipe the injured parts. So someone's bandage and okay, bandage and putting some things due to injuries. Then he will wash the other parts, and this part he will wipe with wet hands. Okay. If wetness does not harm its injuries. Okay. Huh? Septics. Oh. If witness harm him, then he can do. tayammum in place of. If weightness harm him, then he can lift it. Other parts he will wash, and the injury place he can lift. It's better to wipe with wet hands. One cannot combine the use of water and tayammum together. For example, a person cannot use water for half his arm and perform tayammum for other half. If one does not have enough water to complete washing, then it is to observe tayammum. Nawaqizu tayammum, the nullification of tayammum. The factor that nullifies tayammum are the same as wudu. It is also annulled when one has the ability to use a sufficient amount of water to wash required part at least one. He became capable to use such sufficient water, the tayammum is invalid. Hmm? Uh, the meaning of having the ability to use water is to have a quantity of water sufficient for wudu. He can wash the three parts and of wudu. Okay, that is further. Uh, the one who has no hands, no feet, and suffer from a wound upon his face, it is permitted to pray without purifications. No hands, no feet. Even his face is injured. It is permitted to pray without purification, does not need to repeat prayer, which he performed in that conditions, in that cases. If someone is laid up in hospital for illness, injuries, and you can't get up, how to perform? Yeah. Okay, if uh, he cannot sit, then he will perform with the indication of eyes and head. Okay, so wudu. Somebody do wudu, yeah, tayammum. Okay, if he is unable to move his head, then at that time salah uh, uh, is not required. If he even if he can move his head, still salah is fard. Head. He will, and in the last portion, he will perform salah with the moving head. Therefore, some people, when they are not well, they, they may have certain conditions. Which type of conditions? Like maybe what huh? People who want the ball, they stumble by their own people. Okay. No, whole there is a solution. Then it is required. In they come, then just again the same conditions. This type of condition does not break their wudu. They call ma'dur. They call ma'dur shar'i. If one faces like the condition, he has no such space. Okay, after doing wudu, he has no such times to perform before completing salah. He face that condition like urine and stomach problems. Then for such person, this type of happening, urine problems and some etc. does not break his wuzu. But when times ends, his wudu is invalid. Inside that time, he can perform whatever he wants. But once time ends, then he does wudu for Zuhr. When Asr time enters, his wudu is invalid. Yeah, must be condition. It must be in such condition he doesn't have such uh, space of time that he completes the salah without mm, uh, any question? Islam and fiqh has all solutions, but the